Let's get more on China clamping down on those latest COVID cases. We've got Yahoo Finance's Anjalee Khemlani on the case there. Anjalee, we have seen a real spike here, something, at least when you look at COVID deaths, we haven't seen in 6 months, and the lockdowns have already begun, albeit in a very limited capacity.
That's right, Akiko. We know that the limited capacity is where China continues its drive for that zero COVID policy. We know that it's now a dynamic zero COVID policy with little neighborhoods and certain areas being restricted rather than citywide lockdowns like we saw at the start of the pandemic. Now, what that means is that China has really been responding to some of the pressures it's been facing over the past few months in terms of trying to ease the restrictions on individuals, and especially for the impact that we've already seen it have on the economy, China's economy taking really a hit, slowing down already in the first half of the year, in the first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, facing a new rise in cases not seen since April earlier this year. Right now, Beijing reporting more than 1,000 cases, the first time it's done so in this pandemic, and more than 28,000 cases all over China in a single day yesterday, really almost mirroring the numbers you're actually seeing here in the U.S. And we know that's been a struggle here, but in China, that's really been impacting Beijing, Shanghai as well, now restricting who can come into the city. So a lot going on as it continues to battle this soup of variants that it's facing.
Anjalee, really quickly, what do we know about the specific strain that's spreading in China, and what does that bode in terms of what things are likely to look like over here?
We're already seeing the impact of that. So what's been happening is that these subvariants of the Omicron variant, the BF7 in particular in China, and we've already seen the BQ1 and BQ11 here in the US, these subvariants are the ones that are really affecting largely the globe right now. That's what's driving these rise in cases. They are more immune escaping from, the protection that we have from vaccines and from prior infections. But the positive side that we're seeing is possibly because of the vaccinations as well as the level of infection in the population, we're seeing that not as many people are dying. So the death rate has remained low. Hospitalizations have remained low until now, but some experts are warning that the wave here, especially in the U.S., is only just starting.
Okay, cautionary, or at least we should say a warning right there, with still many more months to go. Thanks so much for that, Anjalee.